Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. Now, first things first, I really don't ever want to be known as a channel that posts glitches. I do not like glitches in certain aspects, of course, especially if they are like giving people advantages against other people, right? In that sense, well, when we're taking advantage and actually all benefiting from it, then there it becomes one of those things that I want you guys to know for sure, because there are people out there taking advantage of this and then you're going to be left behind when you are not. So I want to first start off by saying I'm sorry. I made a video about this yesterday, but I didn't know it worked on PlayStation. I tried it. It was giving me this error code right here, so I didn't look too much more into it, especially the fact that I don't like glitches, right? That's just common sense at the end of it. But I figured out how to do it on PC as well as on PlayStation, Xbox, everywhere. Some people were saying it wasn't working for them. It's actually a really easy thing to do, especially once you figure it out. So first off, you can do this on triple threat, clutch time, anywhere you want, and it's going to save you so many players. It's actually ridiculous. So if you go ahead and take a look, this mode usually would take you about 200, 300, 400 players to complete from start to finish. I have a video explaining all of that, everything you need to know about the difficulty changes, how to beat it when it gets here, because it gets a lot harder here. The red one is the hardest one out of all of them, so I explained that, how to beat that there, and the point of beating all that. So I will link that down below. Let's just get straight into it. All I ask from you guys, as always, is to smash that like button, subscribe, and if this helps you and you think it'll help anyone else, go ahead and share it with them. Why not? So the way to do this is really simple. It's actually crazy. So what I was doing yesterday was I was going into my lineup, I was clearing it, right? You click square, it actually shows you right here at the bottom. It might be different for you depending on what you're using, but square on PlayStation says autofill lineup at the bottom. So I clicked that and then I was clearing my lineup and I was trying to add my players that way. Now that did not work for me. It was giving me the error that I showed you guys earlier. So it made me realize that you have to use the autofill team. Any autofill team will automatically work because 2K's autofill team is the team that they're suggesting. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your autofill lineup, right? The one that 2K actually suggests for you. This is their suggested lineup. And then you're gonna clear that lineup. Once you clear that lineup, you're gonna go ahead and search. So this is the best way to do it. You're gonna search here and you're gonna go ahead and, for example, let's go ahead and use well, whoever. Let's use a diamond card that I have, such as Bruce Bowen. We're gonna go ahead and add Bruce Bowen first, right there in the first slot. Now we go use his twin brother. Y'all know how that goes, right? So when we use his twin brother, we're gonna go ahead and use diamonds. No, we don't have to do that. Let's switch it up, okay? I want you to switch it up every time. We're gonna go small forward this time and find him there, okay? That's his brother who goes straight through as well. Now they're both here together to partner up and become the best duo. But why not make it a trio? 3 is better than 2 more times than not. It really depends what we're talking about. But now we're gonna go ahead and search by the Spurs. Now that way we're switching up the way we're searching. In theory, you should not see the player there in general unless you're doing it this way, in this sense. So now I go ahead and use Bruce Bowen this way. Now when I back out of here, it actually works right away. It didn't give me no error message, no problems, and I can just start my lineup just like that. Now I'm using 3 Bruce Bowens in the same exact game instead of usually using 3 players where I would lose them all. Now I'm only gonna lose Bruce unless I do the challenge. If I do the challenge, I get a player back, and guess which Bruce they're gonna pick? They're gonna pick either or. Either him, there's gonna be eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and you can't go wrong with any of them all, right? Any mo is gonna be a good mo at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this challenge. It says post moves, right? It says post moves. So we'll go ahead and use the worst defender. We'll start doing those little post move right there. And let me finish that so I can show you guys that I'm getting my player back and literally not using any of my players. Now, you know what's actually really funny? It's actually messing up their stats like crazy, because it says I got 10 points with the small forward, because I think it's registering him like being on the team 3 times. So it's just giving me, I'm surprised it's not giving me the post moves 3 times and just saying I'm done after doing it twice. That's actually a really interesting situation. Now it kind of makes me question if we can do a lot of agendas this way. Let's try it. Let's take a look. So right now I need rubies and up dunks. I'm at 4 of 20, okay? So let me see if I dunk right here with the player. Is it gonna count as more than 4 of 20? So let's see. Wow. Is that not the craziest glitch of all time? It just tripled. Bro, I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about this. Bro, this is crazy. No, 2K. 2K is obviously fixing this, especially now that we figured that out. So like there's a player that I'm supposed to do wild gem stats to get to 100, right? We're supposed to get to 100 points. Look, I just finished. I'm literally doing one dunk and it's counting for all 3 of them because they're the same player. That's crazy. Think about this. I have a wild gem challenge that I need to do 100 points for, right? I add all like 3 of the same player in here, but now I'm getting sidetracked. This is a whole different animal. This is a whole different beast. That was ridiculous, but guess what? My player just rejoined us. Bruce Bowen is back, so I didn't lose a single player. Not one player was lost in the process right there. So we're chilling. So now if I want to go into the next triple threat team, I'm gonna do the same thing. I could use the same exact player pretty much, right? I could just do the same thing over and over and over again, and then that way I can go through this really easily. If you're gonna go ahead and play clutch, which you guys remember, this wouldn't work if I was making a lineup like this, right? If I made a brand new lineup, you would have to go through the autofill lineup, and remember, search for them differently. So say for example I wanted to use Jason Kidd the first time, then the next time I want to go ahead and use Jason Kidd again, I would search for him like that, right? And then I would do the same thing like that. In theory, I think this would work anywhere. So let me actually just show you guys how it would work anywhere. So if I was going to play Breakout regular, for example, just regular, and go into clutch time, let's go into the autofill section, clear the lineup, right? And then let me just make sure it will get me into a game. So once again, we search Pink Diamond, Jason Kidd, just giving you guys suggestions on how to do this, right? This is how it glitches or whatnot. And once again, I'm not a fan of glitches. It's never a good thing. Now, like, this is like the team that I just made, right? Jason Kidd, Sigma, and Bruce, and it worked. Like, I can literally enter a game with that lineup easily. Wow, that's actually super crazy. That is wild. You can literally have double, triple, trouble. No, not triple, but you can have 2 of the same people on the same team and doing the same stats. Like literally one person gets the stats, they all get the stats. Is that not wild? I think that's the wildest thing ever. And then with clutch time, it's cool because now you do one challenge and you're only losing 2 players, right? That's how that would work when it comes to the gauntlet. In other words, when you get higher up down the list, you're gonna start getting 2 challenges, so you're never even like lose players more times than not. And then when you start getting 3 challenges, you literally don't lose a player at all. So it's really cool to get you through this faster without issues. Obviously 2K is gonna fix this. Do not expect them not to. So get through it as fast as you can if you wanted to, right? If you have the time. If you already beat this, then don't worry. Gauntlet's pretty easy. It's pretty chill. It's just a way, like, for people that don't have a lot of cards to be able to do it. Then utilizing it for the agendas is gonna be mind-blowing, man. Like, I really have like wild gem stats that I have to do, and now I could use my best wild gem player twice, 3 times, whatever I want to do to get it done even faster. That's not sick. I'm about to use Henry Bibby, right? I'm about to use Henry Bibby 3 times and see if I can get the 15 assists by only getting 5. Probably. It makes sense that I would only need to get 5 assists with Henry Bibby and he'd be done. Let's try that right now as well. Since we're here, we have nothing better to do. So let's go to Breakout. We in Gauntlet. So I'm gonna go ahead, autofill, of course, and now we're gonna search in here for Mr. Henry Bibby. Henry Bibby. It's gonna suck looking for players, to be honest, but this is just the way it has to be. If you kind of just pick them, you're not gonna ever get it through. So we know he's the first time I did Sapphire, right? Next time I'm gonna go point guard, this time player position PG, and I'm gonna scroll this way until I find Mr. Henry Bibby back at it again with the cool Vans. It didn't work there, so you know I did something wrong, and that is because I didn't clear the lineup. Chat, don't forget steps, all right? You forget steps, you get stuck in the sauce. So remember, you can't forget steps, because once you forget any kind of step, we have issues, big time issues. It doesn't work, so we don't want that to be the case, right? So I'll search 76ers first since it's easier, and then bang, that's 2, and now I'll search point guard. See, if you do it without all the steps or just the movements, you're gonna get little different results. So make sure you're doing it the right way, or the only way, I guess I should say. Nothing is the right way, but bang, Henry Bibby. I'm really curious if just doing this is gonna it's gonna knock out. Look, we have 9 stats towards Henry Bibby. I'm not suggesting we take advantage of 2K. I'm just showing all the possible, because obviously if someone knows this, it's gonna be taken advantage regardless. I sometimes I will say this too, like, you know, a lot of people always ask me, bro, does he have a duo with himself? He just became an amethyst. Well, one of them did. What is this? What is this, 2K? Does that count as an assist? Assist me? Okay, it's only 1 of 15. Oh, it's only 1 of 15. Rip. Come on, Henry. Henry, are you a different player from that Henry? Are we all different Henrys? We're not different Henrys. We're all the same. We're all the same, guys. Don't do that to me. We're all in this together. Imagine NBA players could clone themselves. Imagine having 2 Stephs on the court. Forget Splash Brothers. Forget about that. That's a different animal. That's a different field. So I think the reason Henry's didn't work, there is a reason it didn't work. And that's because he evolved. I don't know why he evolved into Sapphires and whatnot, but he did. And I didn't do the challenges. I forgot about him anyway. But yeah, that's the reason that one didn't work, because I don't know why he was evolving there. That was really weird. So just to show this one works, you guys could take a look here. We're at 59 stats for assists, points, rebounds. So all I'm going to do is just take 1 shot, bang out right there, and look at it now. It's at 68. So just off 1 shot and 1 assist. It gave me an assist, 2 points. That's 3 times 3. That's 9. Literally 2 possessions later, we're at 89. This is crazy. All I did was get a rebound, an assist, and like a 3 or whatever I hit. Oh my. Oh my. We're done on this play right here. You guys ready? All I have to do is hit a 3. That's it. Realistically, that's all I have to do. Just get an assist into a 3, and then bang. That game over. 100 complete. Wild gem stats. Wow. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. But yeah, you could definitely like use it to help you in this case, but in general I just wanted to help you guys with Breakout Gauntlet. That was really the only case scenario where we wanted it to help you guys out moving forward. With all that said, I hope this was helpful, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys later. It's been your boy Mos. Y'all know the drill, and ballin' out.